Hey guys, Jesse Hillman with TREBEL. Today we're going to go over the seated pike stretch. We have Zane here in the seated pike position. Sometimes we'll use this position to really work the anterior core, the abs, hip flexors, all that good stuff. Today this is going to be a stretch mostly for the posterior chain, the hamstrings, lower back, even getting into the calves. So we see Zane is in this L position, this seated pike position, a little bit different than the typical gymnastics positions that we get into. He's going to draw in his shoelaces to his shins. Try to make sure that the toes are staying kind of in line with the heels. We don't want the toes kind of flaring out here. And what we're going to ask of Zane, trying to just basically go for feel here in the hamstrings, the lower back, like I said, the calves, big stretch here. He's going to try to hinge at his hip without rounding the back. So you can round the back a little bit and show us what that looks like. Yeah, we don't want to round the back. It's not about how far you can get forward. It's about closing this angle of his hip in order to really feel in the hamstrings. So he's going to lean forward. How's this feeling, Zane?
It's very tight, especially behind the knees, through the hamstrings, and all the way back.
Yeah, so good enough for me to start with, right? It's a pretty darn good stretch here. Applications here to the real world, all kinds of positive stuff. You know, we talk about, the hamstrings are tight, the low back's tight. You have all kinds of like hip and knee, pain issues, back pain. Everybody's got back pain. Specifically in here in the gym, we like to couple this. This is an integrated mobility piece. We like to couple this with actually the L-sit. It's a very similar movement. The L-sit for a lot of folks, the limiting factor in this, hip and trunk closing, that active hip compression, isn't necessarily just the abs. It is the hamstrings, the back. So lots of implications for inside the gym, outside the gym. Once again, in review, a couple of the key points here are that, as you can see, Zane's getting tired as we're talking. His toes are his feet are coming in. You want the soles pointing straight out. Yeah, shoelaces drawn in, not the toes. You're crazy on fire here, right? Yeah. So great stuff. It's it's summer's coming up. You're at the beach, just hanging out. You can hang out, play with the kids, talk to your friends, and get a stretch in all at the same time. So try it out. Let me know how it works for you.